Okay. Hey, Fuchsia. I have to put the microphone higher up because it rubs on the collar, which is stupid design. Or I have extremely short neck, but it doesn't look like I have extremely short neck, so who knows. Hey, Gria. Rollomancer. Let there be light. Okay. So, I feel like I want to do fantasy. So let's do fantasy as a genre. And let's come up with some fantasy-esque things. I think I'm gonna go towards like a kind of Lord of the Rings or dark fantasy, my dark fantasy series, a little bit more gritty and real. I mean, the dark fantasy series is not really real. It's very exaggerated and gruesome, but more like I want to go towards that direction and have some fun with some fantasy designs. So, any fantasy type character suggestion would be appreciated. Let's do some serious angry fantasy people or creatures. I mean, whatever is in the fantasy category, I will try to put them a little bit more in the mature direction. A swamp hydra, a druid tiefling. Tiefling or a thiefling? Tiefling. Swamp hydra sounds fantastic. War priest? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That is väldigt intressant, as they say in Swedish. Oh, cool. Undercity protector. That's pretty cool. Gotta give it a double chance. You can't do double. But, I mean, I guess you can. You just did. Weak wizard. You just did. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we got it all 6 of them. Let's throw the dice. Oh. All right. I think this is the first 6 in a extremely long time. Even with the stats stacked in Hydra's advantage, we got weak wizard, lizard, wizard. Wow. Hey Spectre, how's it going? And Captain Bowser. The one-man wolf pack. Weak of mind, or weak of body, or weak of morals. Pacobra, lame. It's not my fault, man. It is not my fault. Alright. Weak, I would say weak of mind. No, weak of body. Okay, I'm gonna throw down the pose as I see it. So I see it kind of like the torso, and he's kind of looking up. I have to put it on an angle a bit. And hand down, wand, that didn't help with my mental image to mirror it. Like that. Yeah. Do you even bench? Exactly. No, I think what I think I want to do is in the post like this is have like a magic, and he's been like famine, you know, like throw a curse on him so he's shriveled. That's the idea, like weak wizard in the sense that he's been cursed and he has no very little physicality. Um, if I change my timing, Ritash, no. I mean, there is daylight saving at different times in the world. So America goes into daylight savings before Europe. Um, but other than that, it's the exact same time. So I don't know. I'm assuming if you feel like you're 1 hour off, it's daylight saving time. Hey Miguel, how's it going? What's good, Miguel? Hey Mel, how are you? Time is relative. Indeed. Right, so do I actually see him with a beard? Like a wizard? Or a scholar, like in Harry Potter world where, you know, they're like groomed and proper? I think I think I will go kind of. Should I do line art or this weird? I am not sure. Um, I think I'll paint. Let's experiment. Let's see what happens when I do this. I'm experimenting here. So let's give him like did I say battle mage? Yeah, like a battle mage kind of outfit. So he's not a wizard per se. I mean, the topic is weak wizard, but let's give him a little bit more of exposed torso. He will have a beard, so he's a wizard, right? All wizards have beards. Uh, Maybe he should have the classic like wizard hat. Well, let's go that route. Let's go that route. Because you need to think war wizard rather than warlock. Uh, that's instantly comical. Never mind. Let's go. Mel, the topic today is weak wizard. Miguel, I am finished. Pacobra, I don't know. It's some stereotype that's been um, maintained for some reason. How are you doing, Miguel, with the Nemesis Art Challenge? Are you getting anywhere? Zialin, yes, my opponent did show up. I did an extra stream over the weekend, Zialin, and I showed my opponent's entry. I can show soon in a couple of days my entry, or if they agree on me showing already, um, I'll spam it around on the internet, so you'll see it, Zialin. I will also include Amber's. What's her name? Amber? Oh shit, Amber Jones. Hey Morphia, how's it going? When I'm designing, I so want to go line art. It's so, it is so like driven into me over the years. Like define design over and over. It's like no, be suggestive. I have to catch myself. In this instance, like when I'm designing, just for when I'm designing and doing it like that. He should actually have a staff, right? If you're a wizard, you have a staff, not a wand. If you have a wand, you are what are you? Fairy? That sounds so like an English insult. You're a fairy. Zialin, you want to see the hero my villain will be based on. That's true, it's true. Steven, it is weak wizard. So I can show you my opponents actually. I'll load it up. This is my opponent's design. Pretty cool. Some strange proportions, but maybe those are intentional. But yeah, it is kind of a weird sci-fi fantasy feel. So I based my initial design on those qualities that she posted, or that I picked up from what she put down, and I based and I played around with the design based on that. I think it turned out pretty cool. Let me actually, I'll switch Photoshop off and I will show you. I need to switch Photoshop off so I don't show anything that I shouldn't show. But yeah, but that's my nemesis based on her. Rock orc. I'd never seen one before, so I thought I'd do that. Pacobra, there is a website. I think if you Google Nemesis Art Challenge, you'll see you'll find some address to it. Ah, cheers. Zialin, you liked my Starblade? I like my Starblade too. I think it's a great character actually. I think it has a lots of potential in terms of IP, like a cyberpunk pirate world. It could be a fun place to visit, you know. Pacobra, yeah, I know. I don't think they've updated the website. I'm not sure. I'm not. I'm not the person running that art challenge. It's Miguel, Trevor, Corey, and someone else. So I can't help you with that, unfortunately. I have no say in the matter. But yeah, it's a fun competition. The basis of the competition is you design. It's called the Nemesis Arts Challenge, right? And the principle of the challenge is you design a hero in secret, and on the deadline you have 2 weeks, much like Unreal Bjorn. Uh, and at the end of the deadline, you present your hero. Then you give it to your assigned opponent, and your assigned opponent need to design the villain or the nemesis. So what you have to do is you have to come up with what the bad guy for the hero, what that looks like, right? So I designed a space cyberpunk pirate, and Amber is now designing the nemesis of that. So I don't know what she will come up with, but I'm guessing an evil pirate captain. Steven. Yeah, it's really a tricky angle to get right. Actually, a weak wizard. You know what is a weak wizard? Why? You know, you could make a wizard with a tiny wand. It's like you call yourself a wizard, noob wizard. I opted for that. He has like a famine spell on him. It's draining him. But I feel like the pose had a lot more energy in it. I'm losing it a little bit, um, so I'm struggling currently to kind of regain some of that tension that this original have. Um, it's something with the elbow on this arm that I'm touching now, and also I think the direction of the head and neck. I've kind of flattened the pose out a bit. He should be more hunched over. Uh, and I feel like if I would spend time trying to correct that, I will lose time in presentation as we are halfway through. Uh, so we'll see. I just want to try to kind of capture the general idea before I disappear in adjustments. Thank you, Captain Boss. I mean, I will post it online soon. You can look at it properly. Mm. Steven, yeah, exactly. It is. There is a lot of different solutions to it. Um, it's interesting when you get such a like weak. You know, like what is weak? How do you how do you go about representing that? How do you get a good good twist on it. And you can hear my daughter in the background having issues. My apologies. Miguel. Oh, really? You've seen Trevor's? That's pretty cool. I think Trevor Claxton is a great designer. He always brings the heat. Uh, but I mean, so does everyone in this challenge. Everyone brings the heat. You as well, Miguel. You're a great artist too. Hey, Crosshatch, welcome. This is a half an hour drawing stream, so I'm halfway through. I got prompted by who prompted me? Was it? It wasn't Pacobra. Anyways, I got tasked to draw by the dice roll. Dice roll command me to draw a weak wizard. And I've tried to come up with a good solution for it. So what happens is I ask the chat for a topic at the beginning of the stream. I roll the dice and let the randomness pick from your choices. I start the timer and off we go, right? So today I got tasked to draw a weak wizard, and I'm struggling a little bit with the drawing today in terms of getting where I wanted to go, due to the fact that I'm kind of messing up the pose. You can see in my sketch, the initial sketch has a lot of overlapping, and when I started to define it, I've been defining it wrong, and flattening the pose a lot, and I keep redrawing and redrawing rather than progressing. So that's something that's bugging me at the moment. It's the fact that I can't progress the drawing, and that I have to correct my marks. Rooney, was it yours? All right, cool. Steven, and that's a cool take on it. The weak is that he has emotions, right? He's fallen in love with the princess, and he's maybe has fallen for corruption, right? Weak, because that's actually a good point. I mean, wizards, they are like they have powerful minds, right? At least that's what you would expect of a wizard, right? They're all mental game. So that's a cool point, actually, with Steven. That could be a good narrative thing. You know, like a weak wizard isn't physically weak, isn't magically weak, but a weak mind, easily corrupted or easily swayed. Actually, that's the best solution, Steven. That's a great solution. Damn. Good one. Crosshatch. It's a short stream, but it's daily. So Crosshatch, the beauty of it, right, is I've mentioned this before to the chat, so my apologies if I repeat myself. But the basic idea here is like I am our art director and lead artist at a studio, and I've introduced a warm-up period every day at the beginning of the workday. So we make sure that we sketch and we are creative. We experiment with techniques. We experiment with topics and so on every day. We can practice and we can reduce our shortcomings. So I just chosen to stream this warm up that the mandatory warm up that we all do at the office. I just chosen to stream it. So it's better than nothing in that sense. Because if I wouldn't be able to stream my morning warm up, would mean I wouldn't stream at all. So at least you get a daily exactly at the same time warm-up stream. This is the 5th year running. Done over thousands of these. We've experimented with a lot of topics, a lot of techniques over the years. Man, so much things. But the thing that's always been on the stream is 30 minutes only, and a lot of audience participation and you dictating what I should draw, more or less. It's fun. I mean, some people don't like it, but I don't mind it. It's fun for me to challenge myself and swap techniques and do line art, do traditional inking, do painting, do all sorts of things. And it's a fun challenge to have to draw something for 30 minutes and doing it publicly and having something at the end, ideally, to represent the idea. In this instance today is Weak Wizard. And Peter Hand is great, by the way. Shout out to Peter Hand. Crosshatch is a zombie wizard. Yeah, the idea is like, alright, I got prompted to do Weak Wizard. And a weak wizard can be many different things. And so my solution to interpretation, rather, of the prompt is a weak wizard, not in terms of physicality, but he is, I mean, but not naturally weak and not mentally weak or anything magically weak, but he has gotten spell on him, a famine spell. So he's succumbing to the spell, or he's being eaten up a bit. Starved. Crosshatch. Oh, well, thank you. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff in my portfolio is very old. A lot of my professional work is usually 2-3 years before announcement, and then plus 2 years before release. So usually what happens is that when I have something to show, it's really old. It's around 5 years old. So naturally, it's not a lot to showcase. But the things I can showcase, luckily, can stand the test of time most of the time, because a lot of what I do is design rather than like trendy illustrations. So designs tend to stand a lot longer. But the problem with that is you have to design forward in time. You know, if I design a character that has to look cool in 3 years, it's a bit tricky. So what you got to do in those instances is just rely on your ability to design something solid in terms of theory, not, you know, anything else, and then make sure that you always give it a unique twist and touch, so it's not generic. Because most likely in 3 years, a lot of generic stuff have been seen and done. And so if you make sure that you have a unique twist on the design or the take of a topic, like in this instance, right, a weak wizard, there's a lot of people who would do differently. And if you just give it a little bit of a think, you can come up with a cool solution. And cool solutions are always, they will always keep, you know. So what's the new things I've been working on? Crosshatch. Oh, I work for a lot of clients. I work for a lot of video games. And I have worked on over 70 titles. I can't disclose client jobs, obviously. I can't, breach NDAs. But I usually play the game. Which game I have not worked on. I have worked on majority of all major games. If I get trolls in here, no, they're short-lived. Hey, Weeping Jay, how's it going? Or do you mean troll topics? Or if you mean internet trolls, no. No one really bites. Pacobra, what's my favorite game of all time that I've worked on or played? Pacobra Trollmancer. Yeah. Both. It's hard to say really. The best game I worked on, but Horizon Zero Dawn was a pretty cool moment to work on. Um, Alien Isolation was pretty cool. Sea of Thieves was a fun experience. Um, The Division also. Dishonored was fun to be a part of. Uh, Fun game I played. I kind of like the Last of Us. It's really good. And Uncharted series, Mass Effect 2 for me was really good. Some of the classics, Never Grow Old, like Mario and all those. But um, yeah, I'd say Mass Effect 2 has a great place in my nostalgia bank. Mostly because I kind of was playing it together with my wife and kind of having experiences together with it, and making decisions and stuff like that was a good feeling. Rooney, I sometimes I do continue. Sometimes I do continue, but uh, I don't push on the warm up. When 30 minutes are up, like they are now, I stop drawing and that's it. That's it for the warm up attention. But if I like the concept, I'll definitely continue pushing it. If it's an idea that's just dead to me, I'll just let it die on the hard drive. If I worked with Sergei Kolsov in proxy, yes, but not in together with him. No, I helped Dishonored be greenlit together with the art director. So we did a lot of previs for the game, and then they took that previs and got it greenlit by the publishers. Um, So when they went into production, we didn't assist with production art. We our we were a part of the green light project process. Crosshatch. Have your partner make decisions instead of you doing them. Miguel, making it, yeah, making experiences with my wife. Exactly. Oh. I have two people to prove it. All right, let's find someone to raid because I gotta get to work. Plop, plop, plop. And I apologize for the raid yesterday. It was a fail. I should always remember. I've raided her before, and it's every time it's very annoying. Uh, she doesn't speak English and don't address the. I don't know why. I should burn that name into my mind not to raid her. Um, okay, let's raid someone we haven't raided in a long time, actually. So let's see what that person is up to. Hey, Moondog, how's it going? Yeah, I'm done with the warm up, Moondog. So we're gonna not raid her ever again. Thanks for the topic, Rooney. I'm gonna do the outro, then take you to the raid, so don't go anywhere. Have a fantastic day. Good night. See you tomorrow. Toodles.